to the point where I've got to come on the Dr. Phil show and be an apologist for Andrew Tate, which I am not.
Smooth shit. With this game. Take y'all back in time, way before 89, you heard? 485, when we was out on the grind, it was all live. You know? Real players was in the game, it was just real back then, you heard? Check me out. Y'all.
Whoa. It's Larry Royale coming at you, talking about that Rollo, Tomassi, and Dr. Phil. First, man, gotta get a shout out to the big homie, Rollo Tomassi. I don't think he'll consider me his homie, but he's still a big homie. The big dog of the manosphere. Worldwide manosphere, that is. Shout out to him, going on that show. And effectively retiring Dr. Phil. How about that? So, Rollo Tomassi is better than having Kevin Samuels as a spokesperson for the worldwide manosphere. Okay? And the reason I'm saying that is because we need a heterosexual man to lead the push for masculinity. It has to be Rollo. It can't be Kevin Samuels. First of all, he's not around anymore. Rest in peace to Kevin Samuels. But I don't think he was fully heterosexual. I think he was bisexual at best. And that's fine, but we're trying to have masculinity. We can't have that person in the forefront. Yeah, it's very controversial. I don't give a shit. Okay? So, who is Rollo Tomassi? I first heard of Rollo Tomassi, I want to say in 2011, 2012, when he used to be on the Roosh forum, and I used to watch and read from time to time back in Roosh blogging days, before he took the guard pill and all that. That's how I knew of him. I've been giving Rollo a hard time. I made a couple of videos about him. The first one was he was talking about the wall and how I disagree with the wall, basically, in a nutshell. My argument is women are largely not experiencing the wall in Western civilization. And he kind of changed the definition of the wall to saying that it means they won't be able to get the high value men that they wanted. I guess I agree with that to an extent, but I think they're pushing way above their pay grade when it comes to dating. So let's say a 5 woman could get a 7 or 8 man. So that doesn't sound like hitting the wall to me, buddy. So they can't pull the 8, 9s, and 10s anymore. They're still pushing 2 points above their pay grade. The United States, and from what I understand, the United Kingdom, Australia, New Zealand, all the Anglophone countries. So that's that. And the other gripe I had with Rollo Tomassi, and I made a video about it, was his reluctance to give credit to simp. The word simp, S-I-M-P, to it's giving his just credit to the rap music industry, particularly Southern rappers and West Coast rappers, namely UGK, Pimp C, rest in peace, Pimp C, and Bun B. Also, Too Short used the word simp. All right, 3 6 Mafia has used simp, all in the 90s, early 2000s and early 90s, even Too Short did it in the 80s. So Rollo is trying to take credit for that word. All right. Basically, simp is sucker, idolizing, mediocre pussy, to be pretty much the opposite of a pimp. I mean, but it's regained relevance in a worldwide parlance, and so people like Rolo won't give credit in saying they originated the term for this very specific definition when it's been around for a long time. Other than that, those two items, Rollo is a good, very articulate person who could explain concepts. Red pill is what they're called, concepts, very well. So I heard about him back in 2011. Didn't hear about him until I started watching YouTube in 2018, until I saw him again doing YouTube videos. Him, Pat Campbell, and all that. Rest in peace, Pat Campbell. So that's what we dealing with. So it looks like Rollo finally went on a show. Understand he was invited in the past along with Donovan Sharp, but they both had declined, according to Donovan Sharp. But this time he was invited again, and he decided to show up at their studios in person and talk his talk and do the damn thing and defend Andrew Tate and all these things. All right, so let's get into some of the things Rollo has said.
24.
Got 24.
24 years
25 in a
old.
couple
So
weeks.
we're looking at a Gen Z. You're looking at a generation that was acculturated and socialized behind a screen. We have a generation of what we call lost boys right now who
Lost Boys, not the rappers from New York, not the rappers, the Lost Boys. The Lost Boys of the generation. That's what he's talking about. All right, let's go.
don't have a father figure. They don't have any guidance, whether it's masculinity or much else for that matter. And so, of course, if I can say, hey, look, I'm an older gentleman and I can help level you up and
Level them up, baby. Help the youth. Rollo, help the youth.
common sense is so rare right now, we can commodify it, then I'm going to go and do my best to help men. I'm not in the business of helping men become better men. I'm in the business of helping men have the tools and the equipment
The equipment, baby. He gives them the equipment.
so that they can build their own lives.
You say the greatest problem with men is men are purposeless and sedated by pornography, online video games, alcohol, or marijuana.
Yes.
Rollo handling the tough topics and bringing it to a mainstream, bro. That's what we need, bro. Pornography. I struggled for a long time with pornography. That's all I'm going to say about that. I do like twerking. All right? You know, it helped me. When somebody on Twitter said, how you addicted to another nigga getting pussy? I started watching, the nigga said that. I'm like, you know what, bro? You right. So all that watch women by themselves or bumping cunts, shit like that. But I'm trying to fall back off that. Watching twerking too, Lord. I love some twerking. Online video games. I play chess nowadays. I don't play Madden no more. I ain't have a Madden since 2008 or something, 6 or something. 2004. So I don't really no big video game guy. Growing up, I used to play video games like a motherfucker. Regular Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Sega, Genesis, PlayStation 1, Nintendo 64, PlayStation 2. And that was it, bruh. And a couple of computer games, SimCity, stuff like that. Solitaire Minesweeper, all the usual. Now I play chess on my phone like a top G. You understand? Like a top G. Nah, but I've been playing chess on and off. I beat one of my relatives who died. So that was my life mission, was to bust his ass in tennis. Not tennis, chess. You dig? Probably bust his ass in tennis too. He claimed he good in tennis, but we will never know. So other than that, shit, alcohol, oof, I suffer from that shit, I ain't gonna lie. I went from a goody two shoes till I went to college, one of them state schools in Georgia. And I became an alcoholic, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't drunk so much alcohol and had so much fun. It's unbelievable. Passed out and shit. But I can't afford to pass out anymore. I got shit to lose, so I don't drink as much as heavy, but I still drink. I drink almost every day, you know? So that's something I gotta work on too, man. Fucking love alcohol, bro. But it is what it is. I gotta stop doing that shit. But while I'm on the topic, I love beer. In the wintertime, I like brown, whiskey, cognac. When I'm in the islands, I drink rum, clear or dark, probably dark most of the time. In the hot weather, I drink gin and juice, man. Gin and pineapple, gin soda, lime. Oh yeah, can't wait to drink today. And finally, marijuana. I tried marijuana after high school and it just didn't work. I always had upper respiratory issues, and so it never mixed well with me. I only got high maybe once or twice. Music sounded so good, but I couldn't move. So it was like, what's the use? I can't move and shit. Music good, but I can't move. But I never became a big weed head or stoner. All right, Rolo, let's continue, buddy.
Absolutely.
What do you mean sedated by?
They're escapisms is what they are. If your crummy life is, if your escapisms are better than your crummy life, then you're going to dwell more in those escapisms.
I'm gonna be honest, bro. My life is the shit. It ain't as good and great as it was, but I done did some shit in my life, brother. So all that shit not escapism. I had my fair share of women all over the world. Shit, had fun. Nigga, we won the Super Bowl. I done partied. I done done a lot of things, bro. And I still suffer from some of that shit he was talking about. All right, here we go.
What do men do today when they're addicted to pornography? Anyone in this room on their phone can go get hardcore pornography anytime they want to. There's a reason.
For real, like how can I raise children in that environment? Everybody's phone got pornography, like a blocking on his or her phone, but their friends gonna show them who don't have strict parents. Fucking Tyler Edge and shit. Oh my God, how do we fix this shit?
Reason why it's free. If you go and you look at marijuana being legalized, if you look at the opioid epidemic right now, if you look at the way we sedate men today, that is the number one, I think anyways, is the
Who know that song? I wanna be sedated, yeah.
number one problem that we're looking at for really the latter half of the millennial generation and all of Generation Z right now.
So Rolo did his thing, man. Shout out to him. Shout out to you, Rolo, if you watch this. I salute you. I commend you. Finally going on the mainstream and bringing this message mainstream. It's a little bit of shame, blame, and explaining to women, but other than that, bro, you do a stellar job. Keep up the good work and holla back.